Hello and welcome to the Red Devils Advocates. Welcome to 2021. We hope you had a happy new year. I am Andy, joined by Tyrone, Sean, and for the first time, Akira. So, how is everyone doing?
Good.
I'm doing all right, but I have got a bit of concern. Like, what happened to the social distancing?
We're in the same bubble, so it doesn't count.
I'm sure.
We haven't social distance since like the beginning of 2019, mate. It's not happening now.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Red Devils Advoc and on Instagram RD Advocate, and like this video and give us a subscribe. Put the bell on so you're notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get into it. We are top of the league. We are top of the league, joint on points.
We are top of the league. We are top of the league. Sorry.
That's right. 21 and 21. You've seen the hashtag. I've heard the shouts. Come on, guys. We need that positivity right now. I know I was Ollie out a few weeks ago, but man,
He's doing it.
turned it around.
Why is that the
I have not. I'm not buying into the Ollie thing just yet, but I can admit, ever since he went out of the Champions League, I don't think he's lost a game. Like, I think he just lit a fire on himself and of the players. I think it's that cold. You know, if you've been sleeping for too long, you get splashed with cold water. I think that's what has happened to the boys, and they've just turned out killer performances. All right, let's talk about this week. A very scruffy 1-0 win against Wolves. Where do we start? Where do we start?
With the job done, that's what we need to do.
Should we start with our team was absolute garbage
Hey.
despite winning?
Hey, it doesn't matter. We got the job done.
I agree with that. It doesn't matter how we do it.
We take those, man.
We took the 3 points. We
You
took
know.
the dub, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
I so thought Wolves were gonna beat us, but when I saw the 1-0 and we hold it, I was like, you know what? We take those. We take those and walk away. We don't look back.
So I sort of agree with Sean where he says it was not our best performance, but I do think the way we played ensured that we won, because I think if we scored early, Wolves would have equalized.
Of course.
But I think holding them to that 0-0 until like the last 5 minutes or whatever ensured that we'd win, because we just had to sit back 10-0-0 calm.
To be fair, Wolves were playing for the draw anyway. You could see from like their formation and the way that they were playing as well. They were also playing very counter-attacker football. And they nearly got the better of us a couple of times, especially the man of the match. I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
Saiss, I think. Saiss. However you want to pronounce that. That guy was good.
He was good. He was great for both teams as well, must say.
Mate. Inside man. Yeah, I agree with that. There were a couple of shots that he had at point blank range, and I thought those were going to be goals. De Gea put an absolute world-class performance there for me, saving at least 3 point blank range shots from Saiss. 2 were headers, I think, and 1 was a flick. I'm not sure if there were any more, but I think they might have been.
Maybe. I can't remember exactly. I was just too gassed with the win to actually care about what happened in the match afterwards.
You think?
I kind of feel like the past few matches I've watched, the only person who's really worth their paycheck is De Gea, because
Okay.
That's a shout.
That's
That
a
is a
shout.
shout.
Wait, like, come on. For someone who like is kind of interested in football but is not as committed to Manchester United as you guys are, to come in and be like, what is this person doing? What is this person doing? Why are you there? Why are you not? You're not working together. De Gea was putting in some fucking work because he didn't have anybody else he could trust to like sort it out.
I know, right? Leaders among leaders.
It's ridiculous. Like, ugh, it was hard to watch. It was good though.
I have to agree with Akira there, especially in the game against Villa. He done some amazing saves, but we'll get to that later. Get to
I
that
have
later.
things to say about that match.
We'll get to that.
But as for having no one there though, Bai has been doing work, so I have to disagree with that point. He has been a masterclass in defence. As much as certain man out there want to be calling him a liability, yeah, like
they don't know ball. They don't know ball.
I will agree to the point of the man is injury prone, and I would have happily sold him before this season. Yeah, I would have preferred having that bit of money brought into someone who isn't going to get as injured. But class.
Class.
We love the word here. It's class.
Just looks after the ball better. Does skills in the box. Oh man, no one does it like Baye.
I know, man. See.
Ty, any thoughts? Any further analysis on the game on your part?
Nah, man, you guys covered all of it. There's not good we can take from that match. Because that match, 3 points is all we had, all we needed. We went in there, we got it, we came out. That's all. Just saying, like, Harry actually decided to keep a clean sheet. You know, leaders. I know it was Barry, but you know, we have to shout out to Harry, leaders among leaders. You know, just saying. Honestly, you guys covered everything in that match. There's not really we can really talk because you know the Villa match was just another.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like in the Wolves match, the only other things that we could really talk about is Fernandes and Pogba's like couple shots. Like they had a couple rocket shots where it was like, oh, that could have gone in, but it was unlucky. But I feel like, as Andy said, that they were playing for the draw as well, and then Rashford just came out of nowhere with that amazing deflection.
I know, man. It was beautiful. It was his goal. It wasn't a deflection. It was his goal.
Nah, man.
I know, but we're talking about Sir Rashford. That's his goal. It was going in.
And Sean, what is the full name of the goal scorer of that match? I can't seem to remember.
Oh, what is his name again?
Rashford sounds woefully short.
Yeah,
I want the whole name.
Yeah, the whole paragraph.
On the name.
The whole paragraph, yeah.
Yes, please.
Told you, man. Yes, clearly.
So, in the 93rd minute, a man of wonder stepped on the pitch for one last time. He took a rocket of a shot, and that man goes by the title of Lord of the Realm, Sir Lord of Justice of Supreme Court, Lord Commander of Night's Watch, Giver of Food, Head Supplier of Education, Scorer of Goals, Europa League winner, FA Cup winner, Carabao Cup winner, Community Shield winner, the People's Champion, Doctor, Professor, Mr. Deputy Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, Coach, Marcus Rashford, Esquire, OBE, Bachelor's Honours.
Oh no,
he did it again.
Smash a like for the full name of Marcus Rashford and for Sean there. I have to give Ollie credit here. I think he understood in the first 45 minutes what wasn't going well in the team and made the correct changes. He pulled Tellers off for sure, and I think people were asking whether that was an injury or something. I didn't think it was an injury for 1 second. I thought that he believed Tellers was overcommitting on the left-hand side and he needed a more defensive rock in Luke, and he was great. I think also Fernandes wasn't the only one in that danger zone right outside of the opponent's box. Bruno and Pogba were kind of pivoting up at the top of the pitch as opposed to Matic and Pogba at the bottom of the pitch. So I think those little changes there really helped us because we had another attacker on and Wolves eventually couldn't deal with it.
It's hard facts right there.
I just think, Tellers sometimes, I swear, is Tellers even fit enough to play a full game though?
Yeah. No, I mean, he's definitely fit enough to play full game. It's just...
I always see him take him off like he's tired or something.
I feel like he's resting him. I feel it's, as Andy said, they bring very different things to the table. Yes, Tellez is attacking and obviously Shaw can attack, but when it comes to like defensive work, you can see that Shaw's a lot more stable in that lineup, even though our defense is still questionable.
Yeah. One thing I noticed as well in the post-match interview, someone asked Rashford whether he had, any strategies in the last 10 minutes of play, and then he said something along the lines of he noticed the fullback either had a or he pulled something. and Rashford's like, all right, cool. Next time I'm gonna go at him and like twist him up.
Yeah, that's what he did.
And that's where the goal comes from. So like he's a thinking man striker. He's learning. The football IQ is going up there. I think he definitely deserves a lot of credit for taking his chance there. Fernandes with the assist again. Some people were trying to. Did you guys see Jose's post-match interview? He made a sly dig at Fernandes.
No, I didn't see that. But
He basically said Son is one of the best goal scorers in the Premier League right now. So people have 10 goals on penalties, and penalties shouldn't count on your goal scoring record. And
so is he actually talking about the Leicester City player then? Because I believe they've actually had 10 penalties given, whereas I think we've only had 6. So if you're going to talk smoke, make sure it's real, yeah? Come on now.
Damn, man.
He's just bitter. He's still bitter.
He's just sad, man. But he's not in the top 4, is he?
I was seeing 4th. Yeah.
4th out. Okay, I take it back.
Doesn't matter. They're not in the top 2. Later on in the week, on New Year's Day, we faced Villa at home, and our home record was a bit rocky, but we managed to beat them 2-1 to secure joint first on points. Goal difference only counts at the end of the season. Thoughts on that match?
There was some very back and forth play. I think it was actually a really entertaining match to watch, even if you weren't a supporter of either team. But obviously, we dominated, and we put in the work, and we took the 3 points.
Peppered.
They were getting peppered though.
They were, man. Don't get me wrong. I still feel like the goal they scored could have been prevented.
Definitely. I think
so. 100%.
Yeah, because the way how Shaw was marking him, then Shaw decided to collide with Harry, and then he was just open.
Also, Wan-Bissaka just kind of standing there.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka. There were so many things that could have been done to stop that. It could have been 2-0 and done. But that there was just a little slip. I won't lie.
But I feel like it's the referee's fault though, because it looked like the players surrounding the referee were having a chat with him. Yeah. And then the guy behind took a quick free kick. No one was ready because the whistle had been blown.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of a one where the ref could be like, "Hey, no, come back. Let's do that again."
Yeah, but he let it play, man.
He's a bit of a prick.
That ref, it was absolutely shocking. 0 out of 10.
It was New Year's Day. It was still a little bit hungover, so it's like,
nah, he had no excuse, bro. He knew what he signed up for.
I've been up late. Can't deal with this right now. Just carry on. I'm not up for it. Like that was the vibe.
He let some tackles go, and I was like, I could not believe what he was letting go.
He's booking all the United players, making it look like the United are being the dirty team. It's like,
man. I was like, what?
Mate.
Well,
Wan-Bissaka was our only defender not to get a yellow. What you gonna say?
Right. I mean, there was one person who got a yellow, and I wasn't even surprised because I didn't even need to see what happened. I was just like, I know it's him, and I was right. So,
Harry Maguire
winds me up.
Oh man, he did some shocking fouls.
Mr. July.
Hey, leaders among leaders.
One foul was tactical, and then like the rest of them, the other 7 were like just ridiculous. I could not understand. Thank God he's got a buy. You know, at work here, when you've got a manager who really doesn't know what they're doing, and they've just got an assistant who like does all the work and makes the manager look good in meetings and stuff. And as soon as that assistant moves on, the manager's there on his own, and he's just a twat. I think that's what we got here with Maguire and Bailly. Bailly's doing all of the work. Maguire's getting all of the plaudits.
But here's the thing, Andy. You have to understand that since Maguire has been at the club, defence has been a lot more stable, believe it or not. And the fact is that the key difference between our previous defence and our current one is Harry Maguire. And he is what brings the stability to the defence. He is the leader of leaders. Yeah. Bailly next to him, you're saying it makes him look good, but realistically, he's just a liability. As some would say.
The only stability he brings is the consistency of collecting yellow cards, like they're fucking Pokemon. Like you don't even need to know who does it. Every time it was like play has stopped, I was like, it's gonna be Maguire, it's gonna be Maguire. And who was it? Maguire!
Bloody again, Maguire, what a prat. Yeah.
Leaders among leaders, man. Followed by example.
Man's gonna get that 1 game suspension soon. He's racking up them yellow cards.
Don't worry about that, man.
I mean, he is consistent. I'll give him that.
He is consistently getting yellow cards. Consistent cards and consistently slow and consistently a fridge.
Yeah, he just. I don't know what his A game is, but in the last few matches that I've watched and properly watched, what does he do successfully?
Play left wing.
Yeah. Yeah,
man. He plays left wing like a perfect winger. That's wrong.
Even the way he dribbles with the ball, it looks uncomfortable.
To be fair, though, I have to say, to be fair, he did actually make 2 or 3 dribbles in the Villa match. I was shouting at him like, release the fucking ball. But he got past a couple players. And I have to be like, that's fair. He didn't actually completely fuck up.
Hey,
for one time. One time. This is the only time I'm going to praise him. He did something half decent. But he was still shocking in that match.
He's not consistently like this, is he? Like
the time it's turning until he's playing left wing.
Yeah, he's playing left wing. He's a winger. He's not there back.
He does that.
He plays on a wing more than Greenwood, man. The way how he plays sometimes. You have to be like, yo, relax, come back. But you know.
So speaking of wings, I think somewhere in the last half an hour, we made like 3 or 4 bombs down the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I was surprised I didn't see Maguire there.
Man.
Man's
famous for that left wing round out, man. We don't need to sign a winger. We just put Harry there, man. It's okay, man.
Oh jeez. Harry or Juan Mata.
Juan Mata.
Classy is.
The runs though. What was Fernandez doing? He made the run like 3 times, the same run every time, yeah. Because I don't know if you noticed as well, but they completely stopped marking the left-hand side. Yeah. The amount of times that Fernandez and Shaw made a run down that pot and then like got a ball in or something like that. Fernandez fucked up every time he went in there.
He's not a winger, man.
He is not.
He's not a winger. He's a central man. Central.
Yeah, but he has the abilities to beat one player who he's already got pace on. Like the player that's in line with him is currently in centre back, which means he's already beaten their right back, which means he has all the space to just cut in and get on there. But then he slowed down and waited for the supporting play instead of going for it himself.
Yeah, man. You remember, he cares for the team. You know.
Yeah, but we could have had like 4 or 5 goals.
He's not a selfish guy. He's not a Martial, bro. You know, if that was Martial, he would have went ding, ding, ding.
And then missed every shot and again anyway.
He scored a good goal on that game.
You know,
notice he didn't use his feet.
Well,
that's why he was able to score.
I mean,
yeah.
He's right. He would have scored that with his head as well.
Yes, he would have.
Yeah, of course he would have, because Cavani's class.
His class always fantastic.
Ah, man.
That's not what you were saying last week, Andy.
He's class today. He's fantastic. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the boys have been able to like turn it up a gear. Martial, he's not been having the greatest run of games, but he did score. Took a great goal. Wan-Bissaka with a great cross. It was just great play throughout. Pogba to Rashford to Wan-Bissaka.
Shout out to Pogba.
Yeah, he played a great match.
Yeah, arguably one of his best.
After all the drama, he started focusing.
You think about this match that he had against Villa, and you think about the 3-2 at the Etihad. When you talk about Pogba's best performances, yeah, he was great. It was great. People like to say Wan-Bissaka can't cross. Well, he did a very good cross right there, and I think that's something he's continuing to develop. Hopefully he stays fit. I think we can predict a lot more assists for him in the season. That penalty, though, what are we saying, guys?
That was
It was
the
a pen, bro.
weakest,
You take those.
weakest penalty
I
I've
don't care.
ever seen.
I don't care if you get contact, you drop, fam. You drop. We all know that if someone gives even a look, ref.
See, I watched it back, and apparently there was a run that Luke Shaw made into the box with the ball, and then he kind of got like barged or tackled, and poor Pogba was motioning to Luke to like dive,
Yes, bro.
and then he did it himself. Telling Luke how it's done. That's how you get penalties, son. This is how you win games, son.
I don't know. You have to use the rules to your advantage.
The rules are unfair. Not it's not our fault. It's not Pogba's fault.
It's extremely Pogba's fault.
It's the law of
purposely
football.
did that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No, because if you look back at the penalty as well, yeah, he purposely used his body to shield where he was getting pulled from, so the ref couldn't actually dictate if it was actually a penalty or not. So he put proper thought and effort into making sure that he pulled off that penalty.
That's absolutely class, bro.
It was class.
We take those. We don't complain. We take those. Oh, I'm sorry. You acting like Harry Kane ain't been doing the same thing in how many matches, man? He just straight up pulling fouls out of nowhere. Like he sees the ball coming, he just straight up go, "Yeah, hit me, man." So we have to take those. Sorry, man.
Like on first watch, I did think it was a penalty, but then they took it to VAR, so I was a bit worried that they were gonna overturn it. So I was laughing when they didn't. But yeah, we've seen Harry Maguire do some worse fouls, and those are not given. He pulled down Luke Shaw in his own box, so it's very much at the ref's discretion. I think these penalties.
But speaking of fouls, though, the tackle Bailey did to first get booked, that was bullshit. That was an amazing double tackle, and like, what's he getting booked for? He got the ball.
Yeah,
it's the way he went for it, man.
Nah, man, that ref was sus as hell. He got paid off before the match, man.
Don't worry, man.
Mate,
yeah,
was in his pocket being like, "We don't want to level with us."
Hey, man. Harry Maguire's bribe check didn't come in. That's why the ref wasn't having it.
Oh no.
But we can always count on Fernandez to put those penalties away. A lesser man would have bottled it, but not our captain. He doesn't need the armband to be the captain. Goals and assists out of his ears, mate.
Fernandez, man of the people, like
man of the people.
Hey man, he should have scored that goal that hit the post, man. I saw that we're going in.
Yeah, I think
hit the crossbar.
Yeah, he's been real unlucky. Him and Pogba in the last couple of games, they've got some real shots off.
You know, that keeper though, like, Arsenal are absolutely kicking themselves for letting him go. Like, the guy, he saved everything.
Yeah, he did really well. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Runnison, but I mean, try and get Martinez back on the buyback or something. I don't know.
Really, like...
Time to get him home.
We're going to talk about the closing moments of the game where, Villa was still putting on the pressure on us. Cash got a really great shot off. De Gea stopped it. Once again, he was on top form. Bailly's last minute tackle on the ball that kicked it out. I celebrated that like it was a goal. It was so beautiful to see. That's what we want to see from our centre backs. You don't see that when Lindelof and Maguire are playing.
Not only that, though, the one that Wan-Bissaka came in with as well, when they're like, "Oh, that's a high ball." No, it wasn't. Wait, that like the man was on his knees. Yeah, like that was not a high leg. Yeah, like, that was a class save or defending.
Yeah, it was pure class.
Pure class. We actually played a match with 3 defenders for once. And
I know, right? I feel like they had all the reviews of defense. Man United's defense is slacking. I think it's getting to them now, man. They're all turning up their game now.
Yeah.
Good.
All we need now is Harry just to get,
So we're
Yeah, man.
Oh,
He needs.
God forbid, you know.
God forbid.
God forbid, you know.
God forbid.
God forbid about Harry, you know. God forbid. Just say, because we know we have another good set back on the bench, you know. It's time to awaken him as well, you know. We can.
And the man came on in the last couple of minutes as well. That impact sub.
Yeah, I think he did well for what he was brought on to do. So it was Matic came on,
Yeah.
James came on, and then Twanzebe.
Yes.
Yeah. So James did nothing. I don't know why he was so done. That was just shocking.
To rest people, man.
He has no football IQ.
Oh,
It pains me to say.
we
He
have
just
to hold
runs.
out.
Pace vibes.
Yeah, man. We just have
Road
to
runner.
hold
He
out.
just runs.
He just runs. He's like a Walcott. You know about when Walcott just used to kick a run? That's it, basically.
Walcott had an iota of skill though. James has nothing. He just whacks and hopes. Nah, man. He needs to be put on loan or something.
Maybe that's why
He is, you know.
It's like the chaos.
Hey,
no
man.
one knows what's gonna happen.
Maybe.
Like release the James.
Honestly, I do feel like he's gonna get loaned to Leeds. No, let James go to Leeds for a loan, man. Because once our new guys coming from the January transfer, I don't feel like James is gonna get a minute, you know.
Well, he's on the way. The paperwork's been signed. The passport is ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's the word? He has to have time to like grow into his position, whatever. Though I can't remember the exact wording he used, but it's like he needs more development time.
Okay, all right, true, but I still feel like James's days are numbered, man. Sooner or later, he's just gonna get turfed into like reserve section, man. Unless someone grabs him.
Jones, yeah.
Hey, man. But yeah, he's gonna Jones man. There's no way I see James coming back like getting anywhere higher than where he is now.
Yeah.
You know, that whole meme of bringing back Yanasai was just like
no thank you.
That kid was
that
bringing all the girls to Nando.
Hey, man. Hey, man. When I woke up to see the newspaper saying Man United are trying to go back for Yanasai, I was like, no, please don't. No.
I think he had like 3 good games, and then he was just living off of those games forever.
Trust me, man.
So many of our youth players did that though, like Makeda.
Yeah, Makeda.
Yeah, he was saying.
Yeah, like
3 games, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm the hottest of the hottest." But apparently, Yanazai is doing good for Real, but
I don't know.
Keep it that way.
I rather him stay in Spain and play what he needs to do. Next, they start talking about bringing back some next relics back to Man United, but we don't need those right now.
Any final thoughts on the games, Wolves and Villa?
No.
So I feel like we just need to appreciate one more time the players that actually did really well for the Villa match.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, De Gea again, Wan-Bissaka.
Class.
Pains me to say this. Fred.
He said Fred.
I didn't know you were gonna say.
I can't believe it. Sean has bigged up Fred. It's a miracle, man.
He believes in the pastor. Pastor Fred.
He believes.
On the pitch. All the other players on their backs and knees, they are praying for forgiveness. Fred is pure class.
Where has this Fred been the entire time? He was making runs. He was making passes. He was making some Hollywood passes.
Yeah,
he had everything.
I told you, man. Look, they look at the table and they're getting hyped now. They know. It's just time for them to not flop. This is all I beg. I
think Fred is like Martial in the fact that they're confidence players. So if they start feeling good, they'll just start doing amazing stuff that they don't even know that they're doing. So
I know, man.
We need to keep that up.
Yeah, I agree with Fred. Didn't know what he was doing, and he was just pulling it off.
he was just making it way to that paycheck, man.
Right,
come on, nah, man. He's one of those players you have to blindfold him before him to actually do good. He can't see what he's doing, or maybe. Just saying, man. One of those. One of those like kung fu shows. You know where the guy can't actually fight if he sees, but you know, he's just good. But you know.
Sure. Did you have any other players you wanted to appreciate?
Again, it hurts me to say this because I want him gone.
No, who is it?
No, Pogba.
Pogba.
He did bits.
I know,
Like,
he's paying for Pirlo, man.
He was tracking back.
Yes.
Like, it does show though, like, he is showboating. He's massively showboating.
Yes, for Pirlo.
It pisses me off.
Oh, there was a moment where like he was doing kick-ups or something.
Yes, the chest.
Yeah.
He came up and he got in with his chest. It's like, oh.
I think Gary Neville was on commentary. He was like, "Oh, what's he doing there?"
No, Neville was a bit mad though because I think it was Pogba put a ball in. And he's like, "That ball's delicious."
Delicious.
You know what? That is how you know someone was a good player. When they use those type of adjectives for football, yeah.
That would throw me off my game. Sorry.
I'm there watching this.
It's a tasty pass.
My family's here.
Oh man. I just want to like say, you know, like when Michael Owen straight up said, "Oh, Man City still has a chance."
It's not often that I say mean things, but I believe that Michael Owen is the worst pundit of all time.
I know.
So I wouldn't take anything he says seriously. He is shocking. He is shocking. The man who said when the team doesn't score, they hardly win. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that bit. I was gonna say, like, I've heard him a couple times, and he's been bad, but he's not been Gary Neville bad. But then you just said that, and I'm like, oh.
Wait. You need to look up a highlight reel of his worst quotes. It's shocking.
Stupid, man. You just have to shake your head when you hear Michael Owen talk, man. So,
Yeah, that guy. Get him out of here.
Get me Keane. Keane's the only one I want to see.
He's a great pundit.
He needs to be a commentator.
All I want is that Richard and Keane on it, and that's it, bro. There's two on one.
So the upcoming week is exciting. No Premier League games, but we have a Carabao Cup semi-final match against Man City, if that's not going to be postponed or delayed. And we have an FA Cup match against, I believe it's Watford. Both games will be at home. What are your predictions, Tyrone? Do you think we'll beat Man City next week?
You know what? It honestly depends. If we go in, because you know how we are when it comes to big teams, you know, we can actually hit big teams hard, right? So, I do believe we can win that game because we have something to prove. But you know how Man City can be. Kevin, I'm still scared of the guy, you know. I know we have Bruno, but they have Kevin. Just saying. But I do believe we can win 2-0 or 2-1. I said 2-1.
2-1.
So they have to score. I'm sorry. If they don't score and we score in that game, then Manchester's red. That's what I'm saying.
It is.
What
are you talking about?
You know, that's what I'm saying, you know. Because right now, there ain't no colour in Manchester right now. Because, you know.
Manchester's always been red.
I know it's always been red. But, you know.
When they match us on titles, then they can try and say it's blue in it. Until then, well, I'm going to be like a 50-year-old man, so give it time.
Honestly, if we keep up the same form in all these games that we have won to this game, I honestly believe we can. But I feel like he's going to rest some players. So I don't know if De Gea is going to be in goal for this one. I hope so. Because I do believe in Henderson too, but I kind of need De Gea because Man City can slip the ball in some next angles, and I need a guy that can cover those angles, and De Gea is the one. You know, I know I've been telling him, God forbid, to break his arms, but God don't break his arms for me.
Hashtag God forbid.
God forbid.
Protect the man. Bless those hands. You know, if he can, hey, he has to bless those hands, man. I'm sorry. He needs
God bless those hands.
God bless those hands. Yeah. We all know God doesn't need to bless Rashford because he has too many titles to be blessed, man. Those titles will carry him to. But yeah, honestly, realistically, 2-1 to us.
Sure.
So, both of my predictions for this week, we scored 2 less goals than I predicted. So I'm going to keep that motion and say that we beat them 5-1. And that way it should be a clean 3-0. Yeah.
I like that logic.
Yeah. And if this comes up again next week, yeah, and I'm right, mate, the score I'm predicting against Liverpool is going to be mad. It's going to be mad.
Oh no. And Akira, what do you think the result will be against City? Do you think we'll win?
The lack of faith.
Do you know there is a lack of faith because who are we against on the 29th? Was it 29th?
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves. Where I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna win this. We're gonna absolutely clear it. And then the first half was so. I don't want to say mean words, but I was watching the match with my uncle and he fell asleep 3 times. So I feel like I don't want to say it's gonna go really well because it might jinx it. And they're just gonna give a shitty performance again. So
I said 5-1, so you can't give much.
I just don't want to get my hopes up again and then sit through that and be like,
well,
I feel like I've wasted 45 minutes sitting here when I could have just drank the bottle of wine that was in the kitchen and come back for the second half. Like,
oh no.
I don't know. They've been flip-flopping a little bit, so I don't want to predict something that they're not going to give. I can't be disappointed again. I've just learned to trust them.
So do you? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's gonna.
Well, they better win. Okay, because if they lose, I don't want to hear shit. Like,
there's gonna be one leg, so yeah, there will be a winner.
They better fucking win a lot by a lot then. Okay.
One thing we haven't
5-1. I agree with Sean. 5-1. If they won't get 5-1, they'll get a little less than that, and I won't be too disappointed, and everyone will be happy.
Fair enough.
5-1 is fine. Give us 5-1.
I was going to say, one thing we forgot to mention this pod is respect. Obviously, it's a big match. There's going to be a lot of respect in this match.
Respect. Oh, yeah. Can't forget the respect.
40 minutes of respecting each other. Like, can y'all not do this on your own time?
It's a respectful match out here. So, I think that actually, if you look at our record against the top 6 this season, it's been really bad. We lost to Spurs. We lost to Arsenal. We drew with City, and we drew with who the other one? Chelsea. And we haven't played Liverpool yet.
To be fair, Andy, City are currently 8th, so they're not actually top 6.
The traditional top 6, like in a theoretical year where everyone is where they should be. You know, you got the traditional top 4, and then you got Tottenham and City. So out of those people, and if you include Leicester in that, we drew with Leicester. We beat Everton, so there's that. But I think we will struggle more than usual against City. And I think it's because of that word you said, Sean, respect.
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
I think there will be a lot of respect from both teams. I think we're going to see pretty much a first team from Ollie. However, I do think Henderson will be in goal because Watford, you can put like a second team out there. They'll do the job. I think we're so close. We're in the final 4. So I think he's going to try and win it this time. But I will never predict City beating us because it just goes against my beliefs. So I'm going to predict that we win 2-0.
Well, it sounds like we need to win because that's not a good. We need to win, okay, guys. We don't have gladiators anymore, so football needs to take place. I want to see tears from the other team. We need to win. 5-1, 2-1 is nothing. We want 5-1 That's not.
Imagine I just wake up.
We're gonna be fucking fight for another year. I need 5-1. I'm living vicariously through these guys. I genuinely want to see tears. I want to see someone cry. You can be respectful, but you can also cry.
And Watford, we'll go with Akira first this time. Watford in the FA Cup, What do you think the scoreline will be? Do you think we'll win?
Yes.
And the score?
They don't have place on the scoreboard for the number I'm thinking of. I've changed my tune now. I've changed my tune. Like,
What? All right, 10-0.
10-0. It's fine. Come on, 10-0. Well, we're going to do 5-1 against City.
Yeah.
Then we can do 10-0 against Watford.
Yeah, that's
like,
calm still.
Let's calm still.
Sure.
You know what? Yeah, because it's Watford, I see it being a tough match.
No.
I know it's a bit mad considering I just said 5-1 against City, but the small teams always have something to prove against United. I don't know what it is. They find a gear that they've never played with before, and they're like, all right, this is Manchester United. We need to embarrass them. So I'm going to say, is there a replay for this match?
I would imagine not, but I think there might be.
Okay. If there's a replay, I think there's going to be a replay. If there's not, we're going to win on penalties.
And Tyrone.
3-0 to us.
She's right in there.
Straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-0 as well. If we should be able to put these people away, like
I don't know.
They got relegated for a
Even ahead.
Yeah, but Villa nearly got relegated. Look where they are now.
And look what we did to them.
And their keeper.
To be fair, though, we had Grealish in our pocket. It wasn't even Grealish that was doing the bits. It was Cash and McGinn.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. We're gonna grab Grealish anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Grealish is gonna be when the Man United gets in.
Grealish is the one who did the cross that became a goal. So
yeah,
that's a good moment from him.
But then that was also very bad defending. So
yeah, Wan-Bissaka. Like, I get what he did the first time, but don't do it twice. Either go up to the ball or Martin Grealish. You have to pick a side. But yeah,
one thing our team has is consistency. They will do the same thing over and over again. So it doesn't even matter if it was successful. I would like to do it again, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we've got a bit of time, so we can talk about some other stuff. We briefly touched on it earlier. Amad Diallo, he has changed his name officially from Traoré. He should be on his way to us any moment now. I believe Atalanta actually want to keep him until the end of the season. And Ollie's like, nah, that's not what he said.
That's not the agreement. Come here.
So at first it was, no, we want to keep him to the end of the season. And Ollie's like, no. So now they want Ollie to loan him back to Atalanta for the rest of the season. And Ollie's like, no. Ollie wants him now. So
if they're going to do that, Ollie can turn around and be like, you know what? We'll loan him back to you for half of the original transfer fee.
Easy money right there. Easy.
Oh God! I was going to say, where do you guys stand on this? But I think we're all in agreement here.
Yeah.
Atalanta are crap.
Hey, I don't care about them. Give us our player, bro. We pay the money.
They're trying to think of us. You know who we are.
I know the ones that are. Yeah, you can get.
Listen, do you know who we are? How much did we pay for this 16-year-old kid?
Hey,
yeah, we paid a lot. So don't be trying to.
You paid a lot for not to be loaning him back instantly. No, okay, come here.
Pochettino has more or less been announced as the new PSG manager, the man who has been touted by fans, pundits, managers alike to be the next one to take the United spot. He's going to France. I think we touched on it on the previous pod. Mm-hmm. Thomas, the former PSG manager, got fired on Christmas. And yeah, what a time. And
you got a big payout though. That's the Christmas present. So.
Yeah, he got like 6 mil in euros. Yeah.
We predicted it a little bit differently. We predicted Pochettino taking someone's job on Christmas. It wasn't his.
It wasn't him. I know, right? But Ollie's still at the wheel. That's why I'm just at the Oyster card, but he's still at the wheel. At the wheel, man.
And United fans were worrying whether Ollie would, sit back and relax a little bit now that the pressure is off. But no, he has remained as ferocious as ever in his matches. Do you think Pochettino will come back to the Premier League, Tyrone?
You know what? Next, if he does well at PSG, maybe come back in the next 5 years, give or take.
Mhm.
Because PSG is not a hard team to do well in the league. The most thing PSG are probably watching him on is Champions League. So if he can manage their league, then go far in Champions League. I think he'll be there for a while. But if he can't deliver Champions League matches like wins and stuff, or at least get to like what the last four maybe, or how PSG are. Because really and truly, winning their league shouldn't be any problem right now.
Yeah.
But apparently it is for the one before. But Pochettino has the experience to deal with PSG and do that. So it's up to him in Champions League football. So if he could get Champions League football, then do what Champions League. Maybe he'll come back in the next 5 years, 6 again. I don't know, honestly, because I don't see whatever. Yeah, I don't see him coming back that quickly. So yeah, 5 years or 6.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we'll see him next season when we're smacking PSG once again.
Rashford owning Paris once again.
Yes. The true Lord of Paris.
The Eiffel Tower's in his name. PSG featuring Rashford.
I guess
What
now
about you, Andy?
yeah, I think we'll see him in the Premier League. I'm not sure what team is going to be the one to hire him. Don't see it being United now because I think we missed the boat on that one. Maybe Chelsea because Lampard is having quite a rough ride and it's only a matter of time before he gets pulled up because we've blamed the players, we've blamed COVID, we've blamed the weather, and now it's just Lampard trying to put all these pieces that don't fit together in a puzzle, and it's not working for him. There was rumors about Newcastle, but the takeover didn't happen, so that's not happening.
What about Mr. Arteta?
Mr. Arteta. Well, Arsenal winning now. That it's sad to say.
They've won 3 matches. Let's not get excited.
I know, but they're kicking in their gears now. So it looks like the championship means are gonna slowly die out.
They beat West Brom 4-0.
Yeah,
it's still West Brom.
I know, but they're getting W's. It's about they're slowly getting W's.
For them.
If they lose next game,
they're trying. They're trying their best.
I know. They're trying, but right now, if they keep getting W's, they're gonna slowly come out of that little spot they were in. But I don't see Arteta getting dashed if he carries on winning. But if he keeps losing,
so I think that's a great point Sean raised. I think Pochettino could potentially replace Arteta. It depends on how strongly he feels about his allegiance to Tottenham. Because obviously we've had some managers say they'd never work for the other side. I believe Gerrard is waiting for the Liverpool job to be open before he comes back to the Premier League.
Klopp's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, so he's going to be at Rangers or he'll go somewhere else in Europe. I don't think he's going to manage another English team.
Yeah.
I think that...
Unless Barcelona grabs Klopp. That's the only way I see him leaving Liverpool.
I don't think he'll go there. I don't think he'll go Barca.
The money's there. The team is there. Why not? But he'll be in Liverpool for a while, man. Honestly.
Yeah. We've also seen on the other side Jose move to every other club in London. So there is the opportunity. I think we'll see him come back in the Premier League in about 3 years because his current contract is only 18 months. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I think Pochettino has gone to PSG to make money while he waits for a better job.
Yeah, true. I just think
what working is like. So
yeah,
and with those paychecks, bounce me around. It's fine.
I know, man. Why not?
We are now in the transfer window. We've got Diallo coming in. Do you have your eyes on any other players? And if not, do you have your eyes on any positions that we feel we need strengthening? I think sure.
In all honesty, I think our team is actually decent enough as it is. You can replace a player here or there. The players that we want to replace aren't going to get replaced, with the exception of, Fred for a random player that they'll pull out of nowhere. I mean, who is it really going to be? Because they've not really announced anyone realistic that they're looking to buy. other than like Ronaldo and Sancho, which is never actually going to happen.
I
Are we
said
not
if we get
getting
Ronaldo,
Probably not.
I was under
If
the
we get
impression we were going to get Sancho.
bro, man. I said Ronaldo is coming before Sancho. I'm gonna stick to my words, bro.
We were 90% sure Sancho was coming, but
92%,
92.
92% sure, but 90 sounds better.
At this point, I feel like Sancho's just trolling. He's just watching everyone like, yeah, Sancho's coming. Sancho's coming. He's like, I'ma never be on your team, bitch.
Tyrone, what do you think?
Honestly, we actually don't need anyone right now, unless we can somewhat bring in a like sensible winger, so we don't have to keep relying on Daniel James as a backup. Like just someone that actually can just do simple, basic football on that wing. They don't have to be amazing or spectacular. Just someone so we don't have to play Daniel James because he ain't doing it. He's not doing it, man.
But
We
we
just
have
need.
one matter.
I know we have one matter, but has he played? Has the class man played? The class. Has he? He hasn't played right now. Maybe the cold is getting to his old bones. Like we have to wait until summer comes.
How old is that?
He's in his 30s, I think.
Okay.
He's class.
Jesus.
He's class, but he doesn't like the cold.
He doesn't like the cold. Remember, man, he's missing Spain. I know. But right now, honestly, I feel like we just need like someone just more decent than Daniel James. I don't mind a box to box like left mid or something, man. But no, is it left or is it right? Is he right at mid, right?
He can play either side, but I think he's left.
Yeah, so we just need someone that's actually got a decent box to box winner that can actually just do it. Like a Valencia or something. Just someone, no one fancy, man. Just someone firm. And he has his class moments. Class. That's it. That's it. Because there's no way we're gonna get a striker. Because we can never pull out a striker out of January transfer. Doubt it. Doubt we would get anyone in defense because right now defense is just, we were supposed to work on it last year. We still haven't. So Harry wasn't a fix. I'm sorry if they believe that was a fix, but and there's no other position we really need to fill. Unless if Pogba really serious about going, because I feel like he may just pull a dirty one and be like, I'm actually gonna stay for another year. Because why not? Yeah, and I doubt, so I doubt we're gonna put anyone extraordinary out of this. I feel like we're gonna loan out players more like than actually sell. Oh, buy, I mean. I feel like we're gonna just loan out players that we can that really ain't getting their time. But buying players, I don't know. Don't know. Unless the last 2 days, Ollie just be like, I'm at the wheel. Let's grab someone. And he grabbed someone that was out of everyone's eyesight. You're like, you know what? That's a solid buy. That's a solid buy. Cool.
Yeah, let's grab some Mbappe in the last 20 minutes.
Imagine he just grabbed someone out of everyone's think box. He would never. Imagine like he just grabbed Royce. Imagine just out of nowhere, just went. Just like that. Everyone just there, just in their chairs at home, like, how the fuck did Ollie do that?
Akira, do you have any thoughts on anywhere on the pitch that we need to improve in January?
Yes. I'm hoping that it's just a fluke or just like the holiday has gotten to him, but I want to see. I just want to see Maguire sort it out because consistently across like the 3 games I'm like really engaged and he just wasn't doing well. He needs to sort it out, or they need to sort him out because he just wasn't doing. No, come on, like he just wasn't doing it. Every time play was stopped, it was like Maguire, and it was Maguire. Like I get you know what your role is, but you're not supposed to do it the way you're doing it. So something needs to happen over there. But at the same time, to wind you up, I would say we should get Guendouzi. I feel like it'd be a great buy because I would think it's fucking hilarious and you'd be upset. I think judging by the different ways of the plays where the games are really good and the games weren't good, they need someone. And I have no idea who it is. Someone who can just sort of, I don't know, who's kind of like a magnet who can see what is going on because they were all over the shop. And I was like, I think it was the one on the 29th where it seemed like Pogba should have been running it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't happening. Like nobody was connecting with each other, and we need that person who can just connect with everyone when they're not on top form. I don't know who that is, so it'll probably end up with Ollie just picking someone out of the blue and be like, "You need to do this job," because everybody else is just not on form. But someone special or Guendouzi. Good work or upset Andy.
Damn.
It's not worth it. We need that 21.
It's worth it.
I think we need a centre back because Bailly's doing the job now. But can we really trust him to do it until May or whenever this league is finishing? I don't know. He's terribly injury prone. He's had some really bad injuries over the last few years. Don't know what kind of bug he picked up from Phil Jones, but it seems like they've both got it. Like their bones are made out of glass. I think that Bailly is the best centre back we've got when everyone's fit. He just isn't all that time, and we are so thankful that he has been able to be fit for 2 or 3 games. I don't believe it will last, and I think we need a sturdy backup to him because, as Akira quite rightly said, defending we look all over the shop. Maguire's marking John Cena. Alex Telles is always up in the left wing.
Along with Maguire.
Yes, exactly. Alex Telles is up in left wing. Luke Shaw is solid. Wan-Bissaka's had on and off days.
Tuanzebe's been amazing.
Tuanzebe's been good, but again, he's injury prone because we've seen him maybe 2-3 times this season. Can we trust him to play until the end of the season? I think we are better off trying to hedge our bets with another centre back because we're going to get one or two things. We've got to choose between Bailly, Tuanzebe and this new centre back, or we just use a new centre back. And I think we should give Lindelof a rest now as well because Lindelof and Maguire don't work well together because they're too similar. I think everywhere else on the pitch we are fine. De Gea's got Henderson to deal with. Shaw and Telles, Pogba and Fred, Matic and McTominay, Fernandes and Van der Beek, Martial, Rashford, Cavani up front. I think we're fine everywhere else. Conceding goals is going to be the difference between us winning our 21st and watching Liverpool win their 20th. So I think we very much need a centre back. I don't think we're going to get more than one player, but if we can help it, get a centre back, get a backup right back, and get a right winger. But realistically, get that centre back. Thank you all for joining me on this episode. It was really good. Good debut from Akira there.
Yay.
Make sure you drop a like if you are watching this video and subscribe to us. Hit the bell so you get notified every time we drop a new video. Yeah, make sure to follow us on Instagram, RD Advocate, and on Twitter, Red Devils Advoc. But until the next one, take care, stay safe, and remember, we are top of the league. We are top of the league.
Ollie at the wheel.